very light. I'm a barely.
She said light crowd work, and there we are with the light crowd work.
Working the light. I mean crowd.
And Blinded by the Light, the Bruce Springsteen song from like 1975.
Is that a Bruce Springsteen song?
Two. I think so.
I don't ever trust anything Lee says.
Now I have to look.
That doesn't sound anything like Bruce Springsteen in my head.
Yeah, well, I could be completely wrong. Maybe he covered it. No, it's
Song by
Manfred Mann's Earth Band. Now I have to find out if
he did a
Springsteen
cover?
ever did it. Yeah, because I've got Springsteen in my head stuck with that. Yeah. Let's see, Lee.
Hi, everyone. By the way, hi.
Hello, people.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Kerry's rebooting. So in the meantime, you get just us.
Us. You get us.
Okay.
Lucky
So
you.
You get the second string.
So Springsteen did cover Blinded by the Light. Okay. That's why I have it stuck in my head. But it was more like a Blinded by the Light. You know, because he sings like Christopher Lloyd. Try to get that out of your head. Ever.
Marty by the light. It's the Libyans. I'm afraid we all have technical difficulties now. It's time to reboot.
Yeah, so I decided to go ahead and update my shitty, terrible computer to Windows 11. And I hate it.
Who told you to do that?
The computer.
Oh.
Windows 11 doesn't support my video games, so they don't get my business until then.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
Go back. Go back Windows
Yep.
10.
It's too late.
Oh, no.
I like both. I like both for various reasons.
Maybe I just don't like change.
I had 10 on my work laptop, but I'm in the pilot program now at work, and they have me testing 11. So
Are you flying?
It's pretty good. Yes, I'm a flying
Pilot?
Windows 11 tester.
So Travis the Pie Man wants to know if the new feed's going to have the recent historical episodes. Do we need to make sure to save them for posterity?
Historical
episodes. What historical episodes?
Recent historical episodes.
Like recent episodes should
Maybe
all be in
just
the
means
feed.
Recent in general.
Yeah.
So from what I understand, the agreement we have with Podbean is we have unlimited archive kind of a thing.
Yeah.
So
like,
there shouldn't
well,
ever
what
come
a
a time.
Concept.
I know. Can you believe that? There
lawyer.
shouldn't come a time when episodes get deleted off of Podbean.
Right. And Lawyer Daddy said we have 750 episodes currently posted to Podbean.
Can you believe that?
Well, it was 749. This is 750.
750.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Once
That's
it hits
crazy. That's a long-running dog and pony show right there.
Got that right. I mean, I save a copy of everything anyway because I'm a digital hoarder. So
sadly, the dog and pony both died.
Now it's just a show. It looks like Dr. Paul has an archive too. So I tried to gloss over it, but you guys kept going with the joke.
It's a good joke.
Hey, if we can't laugh at it, who can?
Patrick says that we should pretend to get started with just me as the host. And just go from there.
Do you really want to do that?
I think
he's already pissed off because at his computer.
Yeah, that would hurt.
He's not going to be mad at me. He could never be mad at me.
True.
Oh.
No, okay, she's managed to avoid any anger from Kerry.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Our first story of the day is that new meme format. Movies, but it came out in 2007, it ends with that Linkin Park song.
All that does is make me want to listen to Linkin Park some more because
that's fine.
I love Linkin Park.
But is that what the meme is?
Yeah,
I don't
it's my
get
new favorite. Okay, I'm gonna send you one. I'm gonna send you my most favorite one.
Send it in chat. I can play it.
Yeah, I'll send you my most favorite one.
I think it's because my heart died sometime around 2006, so I just don't understand anything post 2006.
That's okay.
I've been collecting these like Pokemon. I love them.
I saw
much.
that.
Mike Anderson. When I was working at Keys on Main last night, I saw. Oh God, I'm blanking on her name. The lawyer that helped you with my probate stuff. Starts with an M.
Madame Lawyer.
No, that's not it at all.
Her name was Mestique.
Mm-hmm.
Madam Mask.
It's really fun to work there because people people are really confused when they walk into Keys on Main and I'm sitting there. They're like,
What are you doing?
"Are you Shannon from Geekshow?" Yeah.
Okay, let me see if I can share this.
Okay.
Mariah. Yeah, Mike. I saw Mariah last night, and I told her, I guess this goes for you too, Mike. Never paying a cent to get in that place.
We might get copyright striked because of it, but
Because of a meme?
well, it's got music behind it.
Yeah, don't play it. Don't. No.
Yeah,
Well,
don't.
that's the whole point of the meme is the
No.
music.
Yeah, because I've done like 4 of those this week, and I'm getting, like, my fingers are on fire. We got new ones, but like, look at this. This
at that
limp,
limp-
soggy. Yeah, it's like
Limp
noodles.
fingers.
This is from trying to dispute copyright strikes. It's like I can't write. I can't, like, I try to type and I have to use my left hand.
I'll do this one, Lee.
It's like I'm 18 all over again.
I'll refute this one. I'll take this one for the team.
Okay.
Now I just got to figure out how to do it. I had this working the other day, remember?
Yeah, you did a great job.
Should I share a tale from the door while you get this ready?
Hold on. I
think that should be a thing just for the people that are in the chat.
I think I have it. Let me push play. And
There's
see how
one, but
this
it's
goes.
Joe Biden's press conference from the other day, but it came out in 2007. The sound is also way slowed down on this video in particular.
Yeah,
but
it's slower.
yeah, it works, baby. Oh my god, it's so good. Good.
Okay, so my tales from the door. I already shared it with Lee and Tony. So sober at a piano bar. It's not the worst way to make some money. But so I'm
made
sitting
it
there.
back.
But you tend to like drift off to another zone after you've watched about 10 of these shows sober, right? And so I'm staring out the front window, and Kerry heard this as well. I look and I see this just crazed-looking hobo walking down Main Street, and he's got a goddamn handsaw, and it looked brand new
Very
too.
Cool.
Oh, at least it wasn't stained and
It was like brand new. So I was like, did I imagine that? I think that a lot as I sit there and play hobo or hipster, right?
It's a fun game.
Yeah, it's the game to play. And so I walk out and I look at these 3 kids out front and I'm like, did I just really fucking see that? And the girl, they're like, holy shit, yes! And he offered us cheese.
Did you take it?
And I was like,
Don't take the cheese.
what?
don't take the cheese.
Don't take the cheese.
And we were all like
Horrendous.
fumbling to get our phone cameras out, but it was too late. He
I'm only saying this as
disappeared
someone
into the ether.
who has worked with the unsheltered population for the last 3 years. I can tell you on good authority.
I'm not going to take cheese from a crazed man with a handsaw.
Don't take the cheese.
I've been around
Shannon.
the block.
Shannon, if someone asks you if you want cheese,
Only if
You
you're going to
say
cut it.
yes.
Yes.
It's
Only if
hard
you're
to
going to
say
cut it
no.
with the sauce, sir. Only
So,
if you're going to cut it with the sauce.
I only say this, Shannon, because you're saying right now that you wouldn't take cheese from a crazed man. I know on good authority that at some time or another in your life you have taken cheese from a crazed man.
No,
is it you, Lee? Are you the crazed man?
Well, and
with
I've also
cheese?
accepted cheese from my dad.
Ah, there's another one. It's got track record.
Yeah, it was fucking insane.
Yeah, so it's just your friends that love you and care for you, trying to help you not accept cheese. They could, don't take
Well-
the bad cheese.
just it's as Bug Hunter points out, it's street cheese you need to avoid.
Right.
I'm not taking anything
Oh,
from
that's
anybody.
what I that's what I miss most about New York is the street meat, the street meat carts.
Wait. Not food, just specifically meat?
Street
well,
meats.
the halal street meat carts.
Oh,
I
bet
was-
that's
Get it
delicious.
in a pita.
I was
Yeah.
talking.
Oh,
I was
frick
talking
yeah.
with a friend last night about the food boats in Istanbul, where you go along the river and you can get freshly prepared food from a boat, but the river is so tumultuous that you have to wait for the boat to stop rocking for a moment before they can hand you your falafel. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I've seen that actually.
Yeah.
Are we ready? I am now.
Oh, I've started the show. We're already talking about
you did?
Fantastic Four.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Let me get rid of that then.
So should I? I'll fire up the intro. Here
Yes.
comes the intro.
By the way, the person that said I've got a bed sheet back there, that's actually fabric from my old classroom wall.
Ooh.
Well, anything could be a bed sheet if you try hard enough.
GeekShowPodcast.com.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. How is everyone? Oh, is she
My
stretching?
entire neck hurts. I was around a bunch of 21-year-olds yesterday, and then to remind us that time comes for us all, my entire neck hurts for like no reason.
Just
Wow.
being around the 21-year-olds.
Just being around a bunch of 21-year-olds.
Were they like sneaking up on you and you were trying to catch them?
No, I was just in the same room.
Oh,
I
okay.
was just existing and telling them I don't want to be around them.
I noticed that anytime I'm around anybody under 40 anymore, my neck hurts just from watching them leap around. Because they're just
around.
constant. They're always like, "Woo! Look at us! We're so buoyant and fey-like." It's
Yeah, she hangs with the youth and is not afraid to brag about it. She's Rebecca Frost, everybody.
I'm cool. I'm hip. I have TikTok. I don't post on it. I just lurk. I just lurk around. Lurk around.
She's a TikTok
Hey,
lurker.
Hey, look around.
All right, you gross Rebecca on Twitter
Yes, please.
is where her good
And
stuff is.
yougrossrebecca.com. I got
Yes.
it.
Congratulations.
And also, my domain that just renewed, ChrisEvansPleaseBoneMe.com.
yes,
Look for it.
a classic.
A classic.
Let us know if that works out.
No, it
let's see.
does. I have it.
Well,
Oh, you mean the
boning.
request.
I mean,
Yes.
there seems to be a goal there. Lee George Cade, everybody. Hi. Lee
Hi,
George
everybody.
Hey.
Hi. I'm so happy to be here. You can follow me Grimley's on Instagram or the Twitter. Also, we've been releasing fresh new content on the YouTube channel, which will soon be making it to our podcast stream. So if you want to hear Geek Show Spooky Time Theater or Geek Show Tabletop, and then Tony just started Geek Show Arcade. So
So we're gonna do some gaming.
all good stuff, all content, all the time. Yes, sirree. And by the way, Kerry, happy 750th episode.
Well, yeah, no, I was going to ask about that.
I think we're just gonna go with it.
So people were doing the math.
Yeah.
Does this count that little announcement thing that Tony and I did during the week?
No.
No.
It's
It
an
did not count that?
announcement. Do you count PSAs?
Maybe. It,
Well,
it
okay.
might have, but
It was a
who
PSA.
cares?
All right. Well,
We're gonna count this as 750.
Are we calling it 750?
We're calling this
Yeah.
one 750. Even I mean, I can't count past 20, so it doesn't matter. But
You could put the title as like
Let's-
750th episode (parentheses) probably.
Probably.
No, it's like they do in comics.
Allegedly.
It's like they
Yeah.
do in comics now. We can just
Yeah.
renumber it.
That's true.
it says, yeah, we got our all new number 1 next week.
Starting over.
It's the new Flashpoint #1. All the faces have changed and the costumes have pockets and anyway.
We'll go for 20 issues and then go
Yes.
back to the regular numbering, so it'll start again at 771
Rebrand.
or whatever.
He's figured it out. He's Quad T, Too Tall Tony.
I know how this works. That's right. Check me out on Twitter at Quad T Tony or on the Gadget Spot podcast.
All right. And Shannon Barneson, everybody.
Oh, hey. Oh, God. Jesus. Sorry.
He opened his mouth and an exhausted old man came out.
Time comes.
I am firmly on the struggle bus today. I'm going to do my best. But I do have some exciting news. I got to say my stuff, right? Geek Show Shannon Barneson.
Yes.
That's how you find me. But I am really happy to announce that starting Wednesday, October 5th, the Big Shiny Geek Show pub quiz is officially back.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's going to be at Keys on Main on Wednesdays. It's a perfect venue for it. We are going to be charging a
Especially
small cover.
especially for the piano round.
which there's going to be.
There is going to be a piano round.
Yes, yeah.
That's cool.
Legally, because they have
our
it,
music
he's on there, they
round
have to.
is going to be one of the piano people are going to come in and do our music round, and yeah, it's super cool. And stay tuned. In fact, if you're not subscribed to the Big Shiny Geek Show pub quiz Facebook page, go do that, because starting at some point next week, we're going to share information on how you can reserve your table for your team. That's going to be a thing. So you don't have to fight for a table, and the place is only going to be open on Wednesdays just for the quiz. That's it.
Well, there you go. And now
It's
it's
gonna be a good time.
Now it's time for our piano round.
And now,
There we go.
and now, children, let's go to the neighborhood of make-believe.
I have a feeling that the first piano music round is going to be all 90s hip-hop.
You have a feeling?
In fact, I know. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
Because
okay.
these people know every goddamn song on the planet. It is fucking weird.
So
You know that one, don't you?
our host thinks we didn't catch it, but Mr. Kerry Jackson said the costumes will have pockets.
Pockets?
And I know he meant to say pouches, but now I'm
Pouches.
thinking Jim Lee and Rob Liefeld are redesigning our costumes with pockets.
That'd be great.
Pouches is what
As
I
a
meant.
woman,
You're right.
I would love that.
Right. I just
like-
want pants with 100 pockets.
Like, where does Spider-Man keep his ID?
Up his butt.
His jail
the old
wallet.
the old prison wallet,
The
huh?
credit card slot.
Sorry, you guys, he is a hero. He keeps it in his hero wallet.
He's
That's
a
right.
menace.
In his pouches.
He's got one of them chips and one of them RFID chips.
Yeah.
Probably. Let's see. I'm Monday through Friday, 6 to 10, x96.com. Follow me at RFHKERRY on Twitter, and I'm on the Facebooks and all those other places. All right.
He's most active on Twitter, though.
Yeah, mostly. If you like your politics, follow me on Twitter. It's at Geek Show is where you get the Geek Show stuff. People get confused. They think I'm going to send geeky stuff on my RFH one. But
He only
anyway.
sends that to us personally.
You got to go to the Geek Show one for all the Geek Show stuff. All right. Let's begin with House of the Dragon.
Okay.
Okay, so
I
the
haven't
news.
watched it yet.
Dragon.
I haven't either.
I
The big
watched
news.
it.
The big news is that that's like apparently, according to HBO, the biggest thing that they've ever had, the biggest numbers, biggest viewership of all anything they've ever done. It shut
Over-
down
over
HBO
10
Max
million.
for a period of time.
Really?
Yeah, the streaming it shut it down for a bit.
Wild, because HBO Max has all this open space now.
Exactly. We'll get to that. We got a whole section coming up. But there you go. It's a bona fide franchise, and they have just renewed it for season 2.
So, this is surprising to me. One, like I said, I haven't watched it, but I haven't seen anybody talking about it online.
Me neither.
I'll talk
And
about it.
Well, I'm just saying that, like, there's
Not much discourse.
none. I've seen none. Like on
Because-
my Facebook page, and come on, there's like 2,000 nerds on my
There's
Facebook
nothing
page.
to talk about.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm going to be more interested to see how the second week's numbers are.
Yeah,
It was all
'cause
set up, the first episode.
The new episode hit last night, and the first episode is I'm going to be kind. I was bored. I wasn't bored for any reason. I mean, it's Game of Thrones, right? If you know what the Hand of the King is, if you know what the Master of Coin is and all that other stuff, then you know what's going on. But you don't have actors with the same charisma that you had in the original Game of Thrones. So I didn't
Interesting.
find anybody like Matt Smith. Cool, he's your most charismatic guy, but he's playing an asshole. So you're just
Yeah,
kind
but
of like,
I don't want to watch because I don't want to have to look at him every week.
well, he got buff as shit. Like he put on about
Yeah,
30 pounds of muscle
but
mass, and
he has that wig on, and it's the wig I can't.
Yeah.
It's a bad wig.
yeah. So like the sets look great, the costuming's fantastic, the dragons look amazing.
Dragons
There's
look
a
really
jousting tournament that is so gruesome and gory.
Yeah.
And then if you know the playbook for Game of Thrones, you're like, okay, we just had 12 minutes of really boring exposition, so we're probably going to cut to a brothel and watch somebody fuck
Nailed it.
on
Got
cue.
it.
Well, the matter of when the show is going to return, I think, is the bigger question because
It's already here.
Well, no, I mean season 2. The first season required 10 months of filming.
Wow.
Massive amount of post-production, visual effects work.
Yeah.
They began in January. It's still ongoing. So it's going to be difficult for the production to film and VFX another season by the end of 2023. So I'm thinking 2024 is when it'll be back for season 2. There you go.
This is like I do this, I'll admit. Like if I'm eating lunch, I'm already thinking about what I'm having for dinner. Like one thing at a time.
Yeah, it's like Graham McTavish shows up for a minute and a half, and all of a sudden I'm like, oh, cool, I'm going to watch this show because Graham McTavish is here. And then Monkey Face Princess comes back in, and I'm like, no more Monkey Face Princess. I need to move on.
What? Dang.
So,
All right.
Monkey Face Princess.
she's playing the young version of not Monkey Face Princess. So
People in our chat room are saying, hey, at my workplace, we used to talk about Game of Thrones all the time, but nobody's talking about this.
Right. It's kind of like, I remember when I knew that Walking Dead was no longer a thing because everybody just stopped talking about it.
yeah.
No matter what happened, right? It didn't matter, right?
Yeah. Well.
We'll see.
Watch it. If you're watching it and enjoying it, great.
I'm giving it the season, and I'm actually hopeful that it turns into something cool. But the original Game of Thrones series, it has potential. The original Game of Thrones series had a serious rape problem. It had a serious sexual assault problem. And they need to not move towards that, which means maybe they need to tone down on some other things. And, yeah, but...
All right. Let's move on, then. Let's move on to the Fantastic Four movie. We have a director. Well, the papers haven't been signed yet, but we're pretty sure because he gave up his other gig.
What was his other gig?
His other gig was going to be the next Star Trek movie.
Oh.
He said, I can't do it. A schedule conflict. Now, there's been no official announcement, but all the indicators are that Matt Shakman is going to be directing the Fantastic Four movie. He is a veteran TV director. He brought us, let's see, some It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. He did some Game of Thrones.
Okay.
He's
Got some range.
He's worked on WandaVision, I want to say.
He was
nice.
WandaVision.
Yeah.
also-
so there you go.
He also looks like the kind of guy who really enjoys a Fanta.
What's really funny about this
Fanta,
story
Fanta.
is I was talking to some friends about it, and they were like, "Is this the first like Fantastic Four news we've had?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I think so." And then I went back and forgot John Watts was the original director for Fantastic Four, and he stepped out because white men be making movies, and all the same to me, honestly. So
Yeah, I forgot John Watt was connected to
Exactly.
it. So
I think
Fantastic.
Exactly.
I think they should give a shot to that person that made the last one. Give him another shot.
Just let him try again.
Yeah.
What's it? Who was that?
I can't remember his name, but he's the guy that did.
Landis. Was it Landis?
No.
You mean the guy that
was it
hasn't
Matt
done
Landis?
anything since?
He did,
It was Max Landis, wasn't it?
Matt, yeah, I think.
No.
No,
Josh
that was-
Trank.
Josh
Ah!
Trank, yeah. He did that one movie that I really did like though about the kids with telekinesis.
Was that Phenomenon?
No, I
No.
love that movie
Chronicle.
too. Chronicle.
Chronicle.
Yeah, Chronicle was.
Chronicle.
By the way,
That's where they hired him from. They saw Chronicle and
Yeah.
went, you do the Fantastic
I
Four."
will continue to give all wrong answers through the rest of this episode.
Me and
So,
Jimmy, when
normal?
that movie came out, we'd be like somewhere and it'd be uncomfortable, whatever. We'd go, I wish I could just chronicle right out of here.
All right. Anyway, so Fantastic Four kicks off Phase 6 of Marvel's MCU. The film is set for November 8th, 2024. No casting is known, even though Krasinski was playing the character in Doctor Strange.
The rumor, sprinkle of salt, is Penn
Okay.
Badgley for Reed Richards.
Who?
Penn Badgley. He was on Gossip Girl, and he's in that Netflix show You.
You.
Is that
Yeah.
about a sheep?
No idea.
No, it's actually. I could talk about You for a little bit. It's about a man who's a stalker, and it's from his point of view. The series is based on a book, but the book is actually really scary. It doesn't matter.
I remember my wife watched.
Yeah, there's
that
a lot of people think Krasinski's gonna be playing him, but the last Spider-Man movie showed us that Peter Parker can be 3 different people.
Yeah,
Yes.
they could do anyone.
It's kind of weird how you have like the same people in different universe. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Now, Kevin Feige.
Jeez,
Kevin
Rebecca.
Feige has said that this
thoughts are
will.
not cohesive.
He said it will not be an origin story.
Oh, good.
He said a
'Cause
lot of
they'll
people
do that
know.
on Disney Plus.
Yeah, he says a lot of people know this origin story. A lot of people know the basics. So I want to take that and bring something that they've never seen before.
Well, I hear they went on an outer space adventure and then they were hit by cosmic rays.
That's what I heard.
It's easy to do. They were hit by cosmic rays. Excelsior!
They didn't get cancer.
No.
They can
Just
stretch now.
superpowers.
Anyway, so there you go. That's your Fantastic Four news. BioShock.
Hey, now we're talking about language.
Please, please, for the love of all that's
Aren't they
holy.
making this?
They are. That's what this is all about.
Well,
Director
yeah.
Director
He sounds
Francis
excited.
Director Francis Lawrence is going to direct the live-action BioShock for Netflix. You've got Michael Green as the screenwriter. He wrote Logan, Blade Runner 2049, Death on the Nile. He's going to pen the screenplay.
Cool.
I'm in.
How interesting! This Francis Lawrence has quite the catalog, including Constantine.
Oh,
from
okay.
2005.
Oh, like the 3rd best John
And
Constantine
I
adaptation.
Am Legend, a couple of Hunger Games movies.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's got a few.
A year ago, this news would have made me say, but after Sandman, I want to see what Netflix throws at this because they did really, really well by Sandman.
They did. I've got a story here. I can't remember if I don't think I included it. Neil Gaiman was interviewed by Rolling Stone recently. Go take a look at it. And we'll talk about it probably in the next episode next week or something about. He names names, all the different times he has sabotaged productions of Sandman. And he tells you who they are. So, he says, I did this time, I did this that time.
He also
That's
said
my
they.
question. That's my question. Is do you think the Netflix Sandman is only as good as it is because Neil Gaiman is as involved as he is?
Yes.
Yes.
It's a big part of it.
So then,
yeah.
do you think that's going to translate over to BioShock?
Interesting.
That would be an interesting point. I mean, the thing with Gaiman is like he was involved in the casting for everything. He was involved in script decisions for everything. Somebody asked. They said somebody thought that Tom Sturridge's voice had been digitally altered because it's just too perfect, and he
Yeah, I
said
thought
no.
so.
He said no. We actually just went actor by actor until we found someone whose voice sounded like white text in a black letterbox.
There you
See,
go.
I thought they were altering his voice. That's fascinating.
It's just him.
New York City.
Interesting.
New York City.
All right. Back another Netflix production, Umbrella Academy. They announced this week that they've renewed it for season 4, and that will be its final season. So they're going to end it on the next season.
How was season 3? I ask.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I really did.
I finally got to watch second season because what I did is convince myself it was an alternate reality from the comics.
Yay.
Maybe I should try that.
I love the comics so much that it's very hard for me to not see the comics, right?
I
But then I realized
quite enjoyed this past season. Because we finally got to know more about Klaus's powers. Because in, I want to say season 3, they didn't really use him. He was just there to be weird. And in this season, we learn more about his powers. He has other abilities, and just go watch it. Go watch it. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Have they done the story yet? There's a story, very early Umbrella Academy comic story where Rumor keeps lying to people about where she's going after school. And because her powers are the way they are, she ends up creating an alternate version of herself that then gets murdered because she's going where she's not supposed to go. It'd be a great episode of the show if they haven't done it yet.
No,
I don't
that's
think so, yeah.
That's not been on the show. And speaking of Klaus from Umbrella Academy, he is in, Robert Sheehan is his name. He is in the new Red Sonja movie, and they have just cast Red Sonja.
What a segue.
Yeah, I know. Matilda
Nice.
Lutz is going to be playing Red Sonja. And there she is.
There she is.
What's she been in?
Italian
much.
stuff.
I'm
A
looking.
lot of Italian stuff, yeah.
She's an Italian supermodel. She was in a splatter movie, I think, called Revenge or
Revenge.
yeah, and she's like bloody, but that's all I know about her.
Yeah, she
But
did
how-
Revenge, Zone 414, Rings, which is a sequel, I assume, to The
Yeah,
Ring.
there's two wells.
2 wells. But how will she look in a chainmail bikini? That's what all the
That's
fans
the big
want to know.
See, Tony, she is an Italian supermodel. There's plenty of pictures that will tell you exactly how she'll look in the chainmail bikini.
Yeah, she's
She's
probably
gonna look
already
great, respectfully.
She's probably already wore it. The director, M.J. Bassett, said, I wanted to make a Red Sonja movie since I was a teenager. She has been a powerful presence for me and a character that I've always wanted to bring to the screen.
That's a
with my-
nice way to put it, pal.
When I met Matilda Lutz, I knew she had all the magic I was looking for and could see the complexity and depth that she would bring to the character. So
If they adapt Gail Simone's run on Red Sonja, they'll have a very good movie.
that's true. She did have a good run on that comic. And finally, this before we take a break. Halloween ends. I was
get this tiny ass picture.
Oh, he's coming. Oh,
Yes.
Lee, do you have a
Zoom
click
and
wheel?
enhance.
If you just do your click wheel, it'll...
Oh my God! What is this sorcery? Oh, jeez!
Look what you just learned, and now we're all dizzy.
there was a video announcement from Jamie Lee Curtis who said, the last movie that we released, we did it in both theaters and on Peacock, and people loved it. So even though COVID's over, I'm like, it's not over. We're going to do that again. We're going to release it on the same day on Peacock and theaters on October 14th, which means I will see it on Peacock.
And let me just say, Peacock, what a dreamy service.
It's not
Their,
bad.
their ad service is like $5 a month, and they play the ads before the movie. They don't interrupt the movie with it.
Oh,
so
good.
that's how I watched The Black Phone last week. And hey, that's not a bad way to go if you're going to release a movie that way. I'll pay $5 and have 3 commercials before a movie and then watch that film. That's
Yeah, I
fine.
mean, I pay $15 or whatever to go to the movie and get a half hour of
Thank you.
previews. So
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
and
That's
I'm out
true.
in public.
The previews used to
And
be one of my
commercials.
favorite things about the movies, and now it's become, I would almost say, near assault level.
Well, and in your local theater, we get commercials here too.
Straight up commercials, not even trailers. Yeah.
So there
Not
you
in
go.
America.
I've really
How do
liked
you
these
buy
new
them?
Halloween movies. The last one was like the people in the town were extra dumb though.
The last one
I was like really rooting for him, like Michael
so
Myers. I'm like, get
it
him.
was so aggravating because
Yeah.
every fifth line is evil dies tonight. Like literally every fifth line.
Well,
I'm like,
that
oh my
was the
God,
drinking
well,
game.
then do it. Don't just
That's-
like hit him with an iron and then walk away.
That's the drinking game.
The
So
the hardest part for me was that Stewart from Mad TV was in it.
Look what I could do.
Yeah, look what I can do. And he's like, me and Jed were watching it, and every time Michael Myers got near him, I was like, no, don't.
I haven't seen anything with him in it since like 2008.
Well, he's done a lot of bit parts. He showed up in 2016's Ghostbusters.
Postal
Oh,
Pez.
okay.
Postal Pez just hit us with this hot news. Peacock has a $20 a year going on deal.
right now,
Practically
apparently.
given
Snatch it
away.
up.
$20. I spent
And-
that much on Blow last night.
And
Well, you
S.A.
did
Squires,
not.
Halloween ends. Is that a promise? Well, it is for Jamie Lee Curtis. She says she's done. So
Yeah.
I don't think you can kill Mike Myers that easily, but there you
Okay.
go.
So I have a question for you, Jamie Lee Curtis historians.
Yes.
Have she or her husband ever starred in the other person's film?
Mr. Lee Curtis.
Yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Lee
Who's
Curtis.
her husband?
Christopher Guest.
Christopher
Yes.
Guest.
Christopher Guest is her husband? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
shit.
And
I
they've been
did not
together.
know this.
And they have been together since like Spinal
Forever.
Tap.
Long
yeah.
time ago.
What a fun marriage.
So
Right,
you're
but-
asking if
but my
Christopher
wife
Guest
asked-
ever guest starred on one of her
On-
movies.
Right. Or if she ever had the courtesy to be in one of his.
How long? How long?
I'll
God
bet
damn
they
it,
haven't
Lee.
worked together.
Well, that might be the key to a happy Hollywood marriage.
Exactly.
I'm looking it up.
That's why I will never do a podcast with my wife.
Freaky Friday? Was he in Freaky Friday?
I doubt it.
No.
Well, hold on. Google says maybe.
Google says maybe. Google never says maybe.
Was so-and-so with so-and-so in this movie? Maybe.
Have you seen that Freaky Friday movie, 2003? Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis, an absolute
Yeah, it's a classic.
banger of a movie.
It's an absolute classic. I watched
It's a
that.
banger. It's a
I watched
banger.
that whenever I'm thinking about drinking bleach. I watch that movie, and it just pulls me right back from the edge.
It's got that kind of power.
Tell you what, we'll figure it out after
After
these
these
messages. We'll be
messages.
right
Right
back.
back. Oh man, I've been waiting for that Jamie Lee Curtis joke for like 15 years.
Very, very
Okay,
nice.
this is not part of Freaky Friday.
Oh, I'm glad Jason sang along with us in chat.
Yes, thank you, Jason.
Very nice of you, Jason. You did a very good job. I love how you harmonized with Tony.
I feel so alone sometimes. I'm glad you joined in.
He was actually just typing that so that we would stop talking. So your hint, guys.
He's like, okay, take it to commercial.
Little known secret. The reason why I don't sing along with that is because I've been doing the Phil Hartman Frankenstein from Tarzan Frankenstein and Tonto from Saturday Night Live. So I'm just like, messages back. I've been doing that for 14 years.
Can confirm.
All right, are we ready? We just keep going. Did you find it, Rebecca?
No, I'm not really finding anything. There is an article, Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Guest's advice for a successful relationship is just 2 simple words, and I'm just trying to find those 2 simple words.
Don't work together.
What are the words?
That's not 2
3 words.
No work.
I forgot to tell you guys, when we finished up doing the Patreon stuff last week, I had my window open, and I live in my little cave. A cat jumped in my window.
Wonderful.
So,
3 cats.
and you know who was because I couldn't hear it because of the headphones, right? But Moose was just like looking up at the window. And I'm like, you don't fucking
weird.
bark or nothing, dude? Right? And so the cat jumps in the window, and there's this fucking melee in here. I'm like, the fuck is going on with my life?
Sky
So-
cat.
So tell me you don't have a screen on your window without telling me you don't have a screen on your window.
I don't have a screen on my window.
Well, you didn't have that. You
already
ruined the
do it.
game.
Jamie Lee Curtis's 2-word advice is don't leave.
Oh,
Don't leave.
okay.
Personally, I don't know, man.
I was gonna say,
It depends on your
that's-
situation.
Yeah.
I was married once and I left. I guess she's right.
Maybe she's
And
right.
so- no, I was just thinking the only other most powerful marriage success I've ever heard is "Let's stay together." That's 3 words. So, but that's set to music.
That's Al
There's
Green.
another.
Yeah.
Curtis elaborated on just how important it is to put yourself out there and lean in.
Oh,
I would
2 more
I would
words.
choose those 2 words over don't leave.
All right. Let's continue. And we're back. Is that right, Lee? Kyle says that 2 weeks from today should be the 1-year anniversary of Geek Show on YouTube.
That tracks, Ghost Rider.
That sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Thank you, Kyle. Thanks for doing the math for us, because it's one thing here at the show. Math.
No,
it's just,
no mathing.
I'm absolutely done with math.
yes.
So the funny thing is, Tony can math hard, but he just pretends like he can't.
So that's our one year anniversary on YouTube. We're at 750 episodes. That reason enough to
It's all
participate
anniversaries.
on our Patreon. Geekshowgotthiscovered.com is the place to go and help the show.
And it's not mandatory. It's just a way that you can support and keep kids like us off the streets.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
I
beer
ain't
money.
got no job. Help.
But
Keep
yeah,
it off the
we're
streets.
trying to make sure that some of our content debuts early on our Patreon account, so you get a little exclusivity there, and that warm feeling of knowing that that we're all just like loving you individually, psychically,
Yeah.
through
We're
the
not,
air.
we're not getting rich on it. It's breakfast cereal money. So
Oh,
Thank
by the
you.
way, the Monster cereal's all out now.
they're in stores, you mean, or gone?
Yeah, no, they're in stores. So get your Fruit Brute while you can.
Well, I got me some Quisp. That was a surprise.
What is Quisp? Describe to me Quisp.
It's my favorite cereal ever. It's
Enough said.
it's like Captain Crunch, except Captain Crunch would always rip up the roof of your mouth because of the shape.
Yeah, I
The
like
shape
that.
of Captain Crunch is little treasure chests. I'll bet you didn't know that.
I did not know that.
Did not.
But these are supposed to be little flying saucers or cereal bowls because Quisp's flying saucer, he's a space alien. Quisp's flying saucer was a cereal bowl shape. And so that's what they are. And because of this shape, it doesn't rip up the roof of your mouth.
The
Delicious.
thing I like about the taste of Captain Crunch is the blood that mixes in.
That
Yeah.
extra bit of salt, copper, and iron. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I unfortunately can only eat Captain Crunch if I've partaken of a particular illegal drug in the state of Utah and mixed it with chocolate milk.
Here's
I
what
really
I
like
want
the
to know.
Quisp mascot. What's his name?
Quisp.
Quisp.
Oh, just Quisp? So,
That's
okay,
his name.
okay, follow-up question. Are we eating little Quisps?
No, his spaceships.
How is he going to get home?
He's got a bigger one.
Kerry? Oh my! You must be so happy. You had
So-
more questions asked about Quisp.
So we're eating the offspring of his largest ship.
My
is what
favorite
you're
watch
saying.
is a Quisp watch, and it's in the repair shop right now.
In
Yeah.
the repair shop.
The
truth is,
getting
those
it
are all
fixed.
Quisp actually regenerates his teeth every 14 seconds. You're just eating a bowl of Quisp teeth.
That makes perfect sense.
That's true.
Yeah.
Crunch,
All
crunch,
right.
crunch.
Okay,
Let's move on. Yes.
Well, let me posit this question.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm more than happy to talk breakfast cereal
Welcome
any
to
day.
Quisp Talk.
You say, "Hey, it tastes like Captain Crunch." What does Captain Crunch taste like?
Well,
Peanut
Tony,
butter.
Captain Crunch tastes like
No.
garbage. You want to
No.
know what Captain Crunch tastes like.
Okay, thank you, Rebecca, for that clarification.
Cap'n.
What is
That's
what
right.
does
He's-
Captain Crunch taste like?
He is Cap'n. That's true.
Because it's not peanut
It's-
butter, Lee. They have a specific peanut butter
No,
flavor.
well,
already.
see, the problem
Sweet
that you
corn.
made,
Yeah,
sir, is
Captain
that you
Crunch.
forgot he's Italian. It's Cap'n.
What does the Captain Crunch taste like?
What does Captain
It
Crunch?
tastes like corn syrup.
That's it. I just know I got to do a podcast about breakfast cereal, and
Hey,
and,
all right.
and we'll have three whole hour-long episodes about freakies. That's
What
another thing.
does
Let's make it
Captain
happen.
Crunch
Captain.
taste like?
Kerry, can I guest star for Swedish Chef's Crunchy Stars from 1989?
Crunchy stars, yes,
Oh,
absolutely,
Gosh, I remember eating those when I was
delicious.
I miss Waffle-O's.
Waffle-O's were great. Yeah,
Do you know what I really like? I like smack, like sugar smacks with
Really?
Smacks the
Sugar
frog.
smacks?
we can't call it sugar smacks though. It's honey
Why?
smacks.
Oh, whatever. The one with the frog.
Oh, dig 'em. Yes.
Dig 'em.
Yeah.
Dig 'em
My
down.
pal
the frog.
Dig 'em.
Well, he was before him. It was Sugar Bear.
Yeah.
Who sounded like Dean Martin and wore a turtleneck
Can't get
sweater.
enough milk,
Yeah.
Rebecca.
So okay, so Cap'n Crunch is supposed to be brown sugar and butter over rice. That's kind of the flavor they're going for.
Yes. Yes.
Well, they
I guess
failed.
I can kind of see that, maybe. I don't
I think
know.
I was thinking about peanut butter Captain Crunch.
I told you that,
Peanut
Lee.
butter Captain
I
Crunch
said
is pretty
it's a
good.
Peanut butter,
specific
which are
peanut
round
butter.
shape. Yeah, which are round shape, and the mascot used to be Smedley the elephant.
Wow, this is when is this podcast going to debut? I mean, you've
It's
got
my
years of content.
It's my cereal and toast podcast. It's going to be on the way.
What's weird is Smedley the elephant. They had to replace him because he packed his trunk and moved away to the circus.
I personally really like that Cap'n Crunch has. They know that they destroy your mouth, and they
Oh, yeah.
have not taken the steps to
They
change the shape.
they lean into it
care.
because they're bound and determined to not be soggy in milk. That's what it's all about.
What's the actor's name that plays Squirrely Dan on Letterkenny?
Oh,
Thought-
dang.
I don't
Trevor.
You're our
I don't-
Squirrely Dan expert.
Anyway, he's a stand-up comedian, and he does this whole routine about coming to United States, and he was shocked at how many varieties of
Oh, I've seen
Cap'n
that one.
Crunch there
Yeah.
are.
Yep.
And
Trevor
because they
Wilson.
got one, they got original Cap'n Crunch, up
Just
there.
regular. Oh.
And he was just like, and it blows my minds.
It blows
Does,
my mind.
does anybody just buy regular Cap'n Crunch? I don't think
I
they
would.
do.
I'm a sucker for the plain boring cereals, like plain cornflakes, plain
That-
Rice Krispies.
That totally tracks with your Sugar Smacks favorite. Because
I
the
like
first
Sugar
time I had
Smacks.
that, I thought,
I like bland foods.
where's the sugar? This
Have you
just
tried?
smacks.
Have you tried corn pops, Rebecca?
Oh,
Yeah,
corn
I
pops
like
are
corn
good.
pops.
Yeah.
See
So-
that
too.
that
My
sounds
mom-
like a cereal that you would like. Yes.
My mom
So-
did not allow breakfast cereal in the house, so whenever we get breakfast cereal in the house, it's like Kerry when Sue lets him have fruit.
Oh yeah.
So there's a Reddit post asking about what does Captain Crunch taste like. Definitely more caramel than peanut butter. It's very sweet with little depth to its flavor. It is also slightly painful to eat, like some chips. They're like little candied hay bales that kind of poke at the roof of your mouth. I know it sounds like I don't enjoy Captain Crunch, but I honestly don't mind it.
They're treasure chests, not hay bales.
Honeycombs fuck your mouth up way harder.
Honeycombs?
Oh, really?
Honeycomb used to.
Fuck yes.
They used to, and then they changed the recipe about 10 years ago, and it's
I was
not
gonna
as
say
bad.
when I was a kid, man, it's like you might as well just eat razor blades.
That's because the 80s were about punishing your children, so all the cereal hurt us.
That's true. All right. Oh, that'll be part of the new Geek Show network. It'll be my breakfast cereal podcast. All right.
You poor sad person. You know I'm going to hound you to the ends of hell until we have that recorded.
I'll do it. I'll do it. Like I said, 3 episodes on Freakies. I will.
Okay.
Don't even, because that's my
All right.
the great and mysterious. Look 'em up. Freakies cereal.
I
All right.
have already written myself notes.
Okay.
Ooh,
Let's go to the
Smurfberry Crunch.
Smurfberry Crunch was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boys, The Boys season 4. Dr. Paul, we did talk about Honeycomb. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is joining season 4 of The Boys.
Papa Winchester?
He's not going to be a full-time character, and they're not promising he will be a superhero either.
A supervillain.
Yeah.
I would love it if somehow he was the father of Jensen Ackles' character, just like in Supernatural.
I would love it. I would love it if he was Termite's dad and he came to lecture him about inappropriate sneezing.
Yeah.
I would love it if he played someone totally out of left field and just like a businessman. He takes over Vought or something.
Ooh, that would be, yes.
I like all these decisions.
I would like it if he was a Frenchman and his last name was Du Bois.
It's Dubois.
That was a long way to go, but I appreciated it.
Lee's just been he's got these jokes that he's dug up from like the bottom of his joke barrel.
Is there a
and he's just
word?
been waiting to use them.
Is there a word for like a non sequitur?
Non sequiturs.
There is. There is. And that word is blueberries.
Blueberry.
There it is.
There we go.
I was feeling good.
No, I liked it. All right. So anyway, he's joining season 4. They're not saying what he is playing. All right. Back to Netflix. I know I'm jumping around a little bit. Sorry. You like that Resident Evil show on your Netflix? Do you like that? Anyone? Anyone?
I ain't watched it.
It's meaty. I didn't know it was even on.
Well, enjoy it while you can, because it's season 1's all you're getting.
I saw the
I
news
heard it was
yesterday.
good.
I saw
you
the
went-
news yesterday, and I was like, there was a Resident Evil show?
Well, here's what happened. A lot of people are speculating it's because the show was sandwiched between the final episodes of Stranger Things and then the launch of The Sandman. So they think that it was a Netflix programming error,
Yeah, that's what they
genre-wise.
think.
See, and I keep meaning to watch it because I'll watch anything with Lance Reddick. I think that guy
He's in it.
is awesome.
Who's that?
He's right here on the screen.
He's
That's him.
That's him.
what else has he been in? You recognize?
spooky. How's he
was
walking
in
around like that?
Fringe.
Yeah, he played the amazing Peeled Man.
He voices a character in the Destiny game.
Now, I
Which
should
made-
I should point out this is the live action Resident Evil we're talking
Yeah,
about, because
yeah.
Netflix also has an animated one.
So
Right, this is the
this
live action.
this critter, the liquor,
that's
is the
that.
reason why I can't play Resident Evil games, because when Resident Evil 2 came out, I was playing Resident Evil 2, but I got off work at like 3 in the morning, so I'd play it while everybody in the house was asleep. And I got into the police station, and then
Yes.
they panned up to the liquor, and I screamed. I'll pretend like I'm screaming. The words very loudly, "Oh holy fuck," came out of my mouth so loud that my wife ran in to see if I was being murdered, and so I'm not allowed to play Resident Evil.
It says here it opened to decent numbers by Netflix rankings and Nielsen's rankings. 72.7 million hours viewed, according to Netflix. Nielsen said 858 million minutes, or 14.3 million hours. And then it fell flat on the second week. So they canceled it. Sorry, you didn't watch it hard enough.
It's true. I didn't
Oh
even watch
man,
It's
I didn't even know it was
always-
out.
Always watch the stuff that you love real hard. All right. Okay, let's move to DC and
Hey,
Warner
what?
Brothers and
No.
Scroll.
all the problems that they're having. They think they've found their Kevin Feige. There's no contract signed yet, but they're talking to producer Dan Lin to take control of film and TV for the superhero arm at Warner Brothers. Dan Lin, executive turned producer. He's responsible for the live-action Aladdin. Now, don't hold that against him because he also brought us the Lego movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the It horror movies are among his credits. Is in talks to take the role of DC chief. And
Boy, somebody's got to.
Here's the thing. I like the stuff he's done. I think he has a good chance of taming these cats if they'll let him. The problem is every time people get into positions like this at Warner Brothers for DC, they let them stay for like 18 months, 2 years tops, and then they flush everyone out and start fresh. And you're never going to get anything done if you don't let someone stay in the driver's seat for like 4 or 5 years,
Or 20.
Or 20, like Kevin Feige.
The proposed structure, it would bypass 3 separate division heads. You'd bypass the Warner Brothers Pictures heads, you'd bypass HBO and HBO Max chief, and the Warner Brothers TV chair. He would just be the guy in charge. They realized,
let's hope so.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Exactly.
This is the guy. He's going to do it.
Yeah, just give him a chance to run it for a while.
But he's still got to answer to this Zaslav guy, who's firing everybody and canceling Batgirl. And
Wonder Woman. Does she have to be a woman? Can we make Wonder Woman not a woman?
They need to call him the Warner Brothers butcher.
So, and
holy cow!
Doing this thing right now, it seems like the tackiest thing in the world. Where we're hearing that they're doing Batwoman post-mortem screenings
on the lot.
On studio lots.
And then they're going to destroy the footage.
That would be
because
I just came in and murdered your spouse, and now I'm going to drag it around in front of you for a few days.
Cloud storage is expensive, and we at Warner Brothers are trying to save every fucking penny we can.
The reason they have to destroy the footage is because they're using it as a tax write-off. Yeah, again, it's not art. It's a tax write-off. It's a product. And you have to, if you're taking a tax write-off, you have to prove to the IRS that we will never make money on this. And the only way to do that is to destroy it. It's sad.
Absolutely insane.
It is absolutely sad because I want to see it.
I read like a anonymous thing from somebody that supposedly got, because they shit-canned a bunch of people over there too. And this person was like, yeah, they're just trying to kind of like get rid of all diversity, and they're just shooting towards middle America now.
Sure looks like it.
Yeah.
Oh, the tweet from Diedrich Bader finding out the Batman series from Bruce Timm had been canceled.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was on this show. I find out on Twitter that our show's been canned.
And how do you lose with a Batman cartoon?
Especially with Bruce Timm involved.
They're still going to make it. They're still going to make it and shop it
It's going to be shopped somewhere else.
Yeah. So I guess all 6 of the things that were announced in that thing are still going forward with production. So hopefully we get to see them all because they sounded pretty cool.
Another thing that happened this week is that Ezra Miller was snuck onto the lot to meet with all of the Warner Brothers head people, and it was a mea culpa meeting. It was, I'm sorry. I got things under control now.
My lawyers are telling me I have to apologize.
That's how it felt.
Because
Rebecca,
well, that's a lot of it because he had heard that this Flash movie, which is going to make him a big star, he heard that they were talking about tanking it, because of his problem. And so he came in and said, "Don't do that. It'll be fine. I'll stop being a weirdo." So there was that. Now, because of all this shuffle and shutdown and everything, they're pushing back the Aquaman and Shazam sequels.
Yeah.
So Black Adam is going to be the only new DC movie that you will see in theaters this year.
God. Thanks, Ezra.
Thanks, pal.
Do you see how hard I worked to find a picture of both of those movies on the same
screen? Look at
you.
Wow, well done.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Didn't I see a thing that WB only has enough money to release Don't Worry, Darling and Black Adam this year?
Wow.
Could be.
Wow.
I just don't understand how you have all of this great IP and you're fucking it up. I just don't.
I wish I could do a seance and have my great grandfather, who was personally hired by the Warner Brothers in the 1920s to start a fire department in Burbank, California, and say, hey, in 100 years, guess what? These dipshits aren't going to be able to release movies anymore because they have a tax write-off they need to make.
Yeah, I still can't get over that Batgirl thing. The more and more I read about it, this isn't some obscure character. It's Batgirl, for God's sake. How do you not really... Anyway, all right. I'm very upset about Batgirl. I'm sorry.
I'm familiar with Batman. What do you mean Batgirl?
What?
So they're pushing back Shazam! Fury of the Gods and the Aquaman. This is good for Aquaman, actually, because they wanted to work on the effects more. James Wan has said, I need more time to finish the visual
and the
effects.
first one was gorgeous. Say what you will about the plot and the story. The movie looked amazing.
Like, it also gives them more time to cut out Amber Heard.
I was going to say, I think that might more time for
you know,
people to calm down about her. And
I was going to say you joke, but I don't think you're wrong.
I don't think I'm wrong either.
A
People
friend
fucking
of mine
hate her.
today has sent me a picture of some images at Parley's. I'm sorry, I'm going to bring the room down. Sent me some images at Parley's where "Listen to Women" has been spray painted on a lot of the barriers.
Oh yeah, I drive by it. Yeah.
And somebody underneath has gone through and added "not Amber Heard" to every single one.
Wow.
So
wow, that's terrible.
don't do that. I'm just saying, maybe if you go up Harley's, I'm not encouraging graffiti, but if you just want to go ahead and like cross out that
Cross that
bottom
out?
part,
In
not
addition,
gonna hate it.
instead of canceling 2 movies originally planned for HBO Max, they've decided to release them in theaters. So your House Party reboot is going to be in theaters, and your Evil Dead sequel, Evil Dead Rise, will also be in theaters. April.
Dead
Is this the sequel to the reboot series?
This is I can't remember, and I'm terribly sorry.
I looked it up.
I know that-
Evil Dead Rise.
It's produced by Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
Yeah, and Bruce has seen it, and he says it's scary as shit.
It's directed by Lee Cronin. Follows 2 sisters, Alyssa Sutherland and Lily Sullivan, who battle demons in the big city.
In a big city. Ooh.
That's all I know about it right now.
I really wanted to see the reboot that they did a couple years ago, but I can't handle slicey tongue time.
That's
yeah.
Lee,
That movie,
that's why I didn't
that
watch
movie,
it.
That's one of my favorite movies with Jeff Weiss. It was such a good time seeing that
it was.
movie.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
I know Shannon has a problem with head squishing, and I have a problem with slicey tongue.
I do
And
too. I don't like anything.
So now we got to wait
noggin.
3 extra months for Shazam, a full year for Aquaman. Shazam. And also, another reason that they are glad that they changed it is that they were concerned about putting Shazam up against Avatar 2.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That'll make you rethink your schedule.
there's that. Also announced this week, The Batman. Matt Reeves is signed an overall deal with Warner Brothers. I wonder if he is sure he wants to do that, the way things are going.
And they're like, no women. Just keep it Batman.
Nobody darker than beige, please.
And of course, it's a foregone conclusion that there was going to be a Batman 2, of course. So they're moving forward on that, and they've got screenwriter Mattson Tomlin once again writing the sequel. So,
but the twist is that Discovery Network home renovators are going to come in and redo Wayne Manor.
Seriously.
I'd watch
Go
that.
flip yourself.
Well, go flip yourself.
We'll talk about that coming up. And then finally, this more canceled stuff I've found out about. HBO Max has canceled its planned Damian Wayne and Steve Urkel Christmas movies.
Hold on. I have a follow-up question.
Yes.
Same movie? 2 people, same
No.
movie?
Two different.
God, I was
Sorry.
really confused for a second.
I was
saying it.
I was slightly aroused. It was,
Also canceled The Amazing World of Gumball movie.
what? No.
2 Looney Tunes projects starring Daffy, Porky, and Bugs Bunny. They're going to be
Gumball's
shopped somewhere.
amazing.
They're going to be shopped somewhere else. It's Merry Little Batman was the Christmas movie with Damian Wayne. The Amazing World of Gumball the movie. The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie. And
I'm already happy about that.
and Bye Bye Bunny, a Looney Tunes musical. Did I Do That to the Holidays was the Steve Urkel
Oh,
movie.
wow.
God, God damn it! I kind of want to see that.
I do too.
It's kind of crazy how Space Jam 2 like came to life.
I know, right?
Yeah. Oh, but you see, if they did that Urkel movie like post-apocalyptic, it would be the best movie ever. Like I want a
Urkel
whole bunch
fighting zombies.
I want a whole bunch of movies where Steve Urkel accidentally fucks something up and the world almost comes to an end. So like, did I start the zombie apocalypse?
He Amelia Bedelia's his way through the zombie apocalypse.
It's funny to me in our chat room about how outraged people are that they A, didn't know there was a Steve Urkel movie, and B, they want it badly. That's
I didn't know this existed, and I didn't know how much I wanted it.
that's what gets me.
Was the guy coming back, the original actor?
I don't know if it was an animated thing, so
Oh,
What else is Jalil?
that's even...
Yeah.
What's that? What else is Jalil White doing?
It's got to be,
He's got stuff going on.
No, he doesn't.
I'm
I
with
don't
that.
know.
I was going to say, name one.
Well, does he need to? I mean,
Probably not.
he probably has residuals still coming
maybe,
in.
maybe.
Yeah.
Mega
All right.
Shark versus Crocosaurus.
Well,
But
that sounds like
unfortunately,
a fine project.
Hustle.
the Crocosaurus is
on
just a
Netflix.
dinosaur with weird-looking rubber shoes.
All right, we'll find out what you guys were consuming this week after these messages.
Messages.
We'll be right
Back.
Judy Moody in the Not Bummer Summer.
Ooh.
Judy Moody.
All right. He had a recurring role on Psych, apparently.
Oh, yeah. He did.
Cool.
Okay. All
Well,
right.
good for him, because residuals from Psych are probably keeping him.
Sure. All right,
They're still making those movies.
let's plow
Yeah.
through. Here we go.
through.
And we're back. Okay, you guys, who wants to go first? What did you consume this week?
I'll go first.
Shannon.
Nothing new.
Nothing new.
I did finally watch that Woodstock thing.
Oh, how
What
wild
a
is that?
cluster!
man?
Woodstock 99.
I didn't watch the HBO one. I watched the Netflix one.
In my personal opinion, the Netflix one is better than the HBO
Yes.
one.
See, I heard the opposite from somebody last night.
See, I saw it the other way on Twitter, but I gotta disagree. I think the Netflix one is better.
And just everything that I've been watching, I just like so good. I'm catching up on the Orville.
Oh, yes,
man,
yes.
This season was so good.
And I don't care you want to talk about it, but this last episode of What We Do in the Shadows was fucking something else.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That episode was absolute genius.
It was so good.
And I did
Absolute
not.
genius.
I don't want to spoil the ending, but I did not see that coming at all.
No.
Yeah.
When that ending
well-
hit, I was like, "Oh my god, you got me!"
What a
So
build up.
good.
All you need to know is the plot is a reality home makeover show.
That they've
comes
been
to-
watching all season. They've been
Exactly.
dropping in ads and
That-
like showing them watching it throughout the
Yeah.
whole season.
Yeah, it's like Laszlo's favorite show.
And I love that it's so much his favorite show that once they get on the show, he starts dressing like the host.
He wants to be part of it.
Where did you
And
get
he's always
your
like,
shirt? From a
and he's always
store.
like standing behind him, like smiling, going, "I can't believe I'm watching this happen."
Yeah.
But what I loved about it is, they nailed those shitty shows.
Oh, so
Absolute
Like
perfect
100%.
So
Like
perfect.
even like to the point where they come back, like there's the reaction, and then they come back from the commercial, and it re-shows the reaction shot.
parody. Yes.
You know what I mean? I was
In one case, it was a different
It
reaction.
was
shot.
different. Yeah,
Yeah.
slightly
Yeah.
different.
When parody is that good, it's such a joy to behold. And they absolutely nailed the realism of it. It's just perfect.
and yeah,
Fuck you! I need my gold toilet.
A gold toilet, you say?
You don't even shit.
you can't even
Shut up,
shit.
Gizmo.
Shut up, Gizmo.
Who's next then?
Lee?
Tony is. Tony.
Okay,
yeah.
mine's short too. We've just been watching kind of the same stuff that we always watch, catching up on What We Do in the Shadows. Like you guys said, Westworld. We got one more episode to go on that one. Oh my!
I finished
goodness.
it.
Did you finish it?
Yes.
I'm excited to watch the.
If it
the final
ends
episode.
on this season, it's a good ending.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
a fine place to stop if it ends. I'll just say
I'm
that.
excited. And we talked about House of the Bad Wigs already. And then the other thing that the other thing I started a new book that's been really quite good. It's called The Reluctant Adventures of Fletcher Connolly on the Interstellar Railroad. And I'm just listening to it on Audible. It's kind of a space comedy explorer type of book, and it's been really funny. The guy narrating it, Nick Podell, does a Irish accent the whole time, which just makes it even better. So anyway, yep, that's about it. Been playing Tiny Tina's Wonderland. That's all.
Great game.
Lee, did you want to go next?
Sure. What we do in the shadows, I think this season, it's funny because Rachel always says, you always have like 2 favorite episodes. Do you have a problem with the rest of the season? I'm like, no, everything's funny, but there's 2, sometimes 3 episodes that just break me at a subatomic level. And
Yes.
so this week's was one, and then I think about the Long Island Harpy episode from last season. It's just everything. Like this episode, Baby Colin Robinson's barely even in it, but what he's in it for is fantastic. Prey, I finally watched Prey, and my goodness, it was so good and so incredibly well done. And I think a lot of people are missing the point. There's some folks that really want to see the Predator go to a Wild West town. It's like that's not all of why this movie worked. It didn't just work because they took it to a different time period. They showed you a different world that doesn't exist anymore, and it's about colonization in a lot of ways. Yeah. And Amber Midthunder is a large part of the reason why that movie works. And
and
also.
doggy.
And her dog, and I just love that movie. She-Hulk this week. I know
She-Hulk. How did I forget about
Rebecca
that?
wants to talk about She-Hulk,
Yeah.
but my goodness, how good is that? And there's a meme going around that shows the end credits hitting, and a couple of people going, "That seems quick." Yeah, this episode flies so fast.
Well, they're all
Goes so quickly.
sitcom length. They're all like 30 minutes or less.
Yeah. House of the Dragon, like I said, I'm going to give it more time and see where it goes. Comic books, X-Men has gone from Matt Fraction to, I think his name's Kieran Gillen. Yeah.
Yeah, Kieran Gillen.
Kieran Gillen. Wicked Divide.
Yeah, getting to the all broody, like Matt Fraction wrote Fun Cyclops. Kieran Gillen's writing broody Cyclops. I like Fun Cyclops more. And then because Rebecca wanted to break my brain for Geek Show Spooky Time Club this week, we watched The Black Phone, which is a fantastic movie.
So good.
So good. It's so very well done. And then In the Tall Grass.
Wild.
Whew. Wow. So the director of In the Tall Grass is doing one of the episodes of Guillermo del Toro's Cabinet of Curiosities, which means get ready for your brain to boil out of the left side of your nostril. But if you want to see our conversation on that, just check out Geek Show Spooky Time Club. And she's going to hurt me even more next week.
What?
It's making me watch
What?
Old.
I watched that.
The latest M. Night Shyamalan joint.
I watched that.
I have a reason.
I didn't hate it, Lee.
No, and that's the thing. She sold me on it. She sold me on it good. So I'm excited about it. But
yeah, I have a reason because it's based on a comic book. And the comic, as soon as I saw the movie, I bought the comic book and read the comic book. And I like comparing the two. So that's why I'm making him watch it.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. I'll say that.
No, I'm looking forward to it because after last week's recommendations, she has my endless trust.
Oh yeah, she knows
that Rebecca Frost.
She knows her scary movies. And Rebecca, let's go to you.
Well, if we're talking about scary movies, I watched A24's Men last week. Never again. Do not recommend to anybody.
Really?
It reminded me a lot of Mother. If you saw Mother.
I
with
did.
an exclamation point, but it's all lowercase.
Yeah, with Jennifer Lawrence. It reminded me a lot of that. Didn't like it. Was a lot of what am I watching here? While we do in the shadows, I took Shannon's recommendation and started Sprung on Amazon.
I started that too.
very funny.
It's
very
super funny, right?
Yeah.
Martha Plimpton has a monologue in the first episode that absolutely destroyed me. That starts with, "Don't come in here trying to slip a cock in me."
Yeah.
So good. And I love Garrett Dillahunt. I just think he is.
But I love a bad boy, so be prepared to put up a bit of a fight.
Yeah.
It's just so good. She's so good in this.
She's so great. Like, oh.
And it's got that classic Greg Garcia heart.
yeah.
You know? So
Yeah,
it's a great show.
Really good. And then Franz Ferdinand was in town this week, and I went to go see Franz Ferdinand. It was my first concert, like, post-pandemic, and had a blast. Well, I mean, middle pin. We're in a pandemic.
Current pandemic.
But it was my first, like, concert. I had a blast. I just love Franz Ferdinand, so whatever.
I saw them live once. They were really good.
They're phenomenal. I had a blast.
Well, good. Let's see. My list, we were talking about Peacock earlier, and again, I recommend The Resort to you all.
I'm going to watch it.
It's a wonderful little show. You will like it. I spent a lot of time watching this new Fletch movie trailer.
Oh, the John Hamm.
John Hamm is playing Fletch.
He is?
Yes, and there's a trailer out there. Go take a look at it. He can do comedy.
Oh, yes, he
Can do it
can.
very well.
For sure.
They don't give you a lot here in this trailer. They're more setting up the plot of the movie, where Fletch is accused, and the evidence seems to point to him committing a murder that he did not do. So go and watch it and tell me what you think. I mean, we grew up of a certain age where Chevy Chase was Fletch.
If you want to see John Hamm do comedy, find the 30 Rock episodes where he plays Liz Lemon's idiot doctor boyfriend who lives in the handsome bubble.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And also,
He's
he's great on those progressive commercials.
Yeah, he's very good. So
And he's
I
my
watched,
Doctor Doom.
I watched that a few times. He'd be a good Doctor Doom. Of course, She-Hulk, we'll do a deep dive on the Patreon on episode 2 of She-Hulk coming up. We'll do that. I was so happy that Lower Decks is back. Star Trek Lower Decks on Paramount Plus. It's all the inside Star Trek jokes for certain people.
Is there a Gorn wedding?
Oh, that's the first season.
I know.
That's
I'm
when
always going to go back to Gorn wedding.
Multiple Gorns can get married.
That's when I knew the show had me, was when they said Gorn wedding. I went, I'm there. But this one is if you saw First Contact.
Oh.
No.
Yes.
Is
They
that
go.
why- That's
they-
why Lupo sent me a text that says, "Have you watched the season opener?"
They go.
The redemption
they
of
go,
Lieutenant Hawk.
They go to historic Bozeman, Montana. And that's all I'm going to say.
Oh, man.
But you remember Geordie referencing a statue of...
Yeah, is that from Cochrane?
That's all I'm going to say. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
All right. Lower Decks is delightful. Now, the show I was watching, and I sent you guys messages about, it's called Blackbird. It's on Apple Plus.
I already talked about this a couple months ago. God, it's good.
It's really good because you've got the serial killer in it. Is so good, and I can't recall the actor's name, but he also played the guy who was accused of the Atlanta bombings at the Olympics.
And you know what else
Richard Jewell.
plays? He plays Stingray on Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I've seen an ad for this, and that's what I thought. I thought, this is the guy that is on Cobra Kai, but it looks like he's playing a serious role.
Yeah,
But,
I was I looked at it, I go, is that fucking Stingray?
Stingray,
But
yeah.
he is so creepy in this role
he's
as this
so
child
good.
killer.
I got to watch this.
He's now the plot is we got what's his name? God, I forgot.
Rocket Man.
Taron
Rocket Man.
Egerton.
Taron Egerton. Thank you.
And your
This-
other guy's name is Paul Walter Hauser.
Paul Walter Hauser is so good. Give both of these guys Emmys for this. So Taron Egerton is a drug dealer, and he's in jail, but he's very charming. And so they say, listen, you're charming. You could probably get this guy to talk. We need a better confession from this child killer. So they send him to this really bad prison where it's like Arkham Asylum. They send all the...
Not the bad
No,
prison.
it's a nut house.
It's essentially it's a nut house. It's like Arkham Asylum. And they said, you need to befriend this guy and we got to try to find the bodies. We need a better confession
man.
from this guy because he's up for appeal, and he's probably going to win the appeal because we just don't have the evidence that we need.
So he's basically got to make friends with this guy.
This sounds fascinating.
It is. It's really good.
Really fantastic.
But
This is one of Ray Liotta's last things, right?
It
Yeah.
is his
Oh.
last thing.
Yeah, it is
it's his last thing. Yeah.
And he's great in it, too.
He is. Now, what they do, and anyway, go watch the show. But I want you to think about Taron Egerton, because we had a story earlier where he said, "Yeah, I've been talking to Marvel," and people ask him, he says, "Well, are they talking to you about Wolverine?" And he goes, "I'm not saying. I would love that role, though."
He could do it.
He could do it now. I've
We
seen.
need to maintain the lineage of singing and dancing Wolverines.
Yes, he could do it. I think he could pull it off.
I'm so glad you watched it, Kerry, because I cannot recommend that thing enough. It's just.
It's all the performances all throughout. They're
Yeah,
all
everybody.
incredible, and it's just so good. And this serial killer guy is so he's creepy. He talks like
He
this.
talks like that.
Girls
He
don't
talks
like
like Salt
me.
Lick.
Yeah.
He does a little bit.
Oh,
I think
man.
that
Is he the weepy voice killer?
Oh, God. Kind of.
is that
There's that whole
Weepy
thing.
voice killer is a real person. What he would do is he would commit a crime and then he would call into the police and be like, "I did it again.
Ooh,
I'll
stop
never
it.
get into
No, no,
heaven
stop it.
now."
no? That's not this
No,
guy.
no.
Okay.
This guy's, he's.
Yeah, there's
he's wrong.
two serial killer tropes that I cannot deal with, and one is the pointer, and the other one's the creepy voice guy calling in anonymous tips.
What's the pointer?
Yeah.
There were serial killers, a couple of them. I think the Green River Killer was one of them, where they would leave their victims by the side of the road.
Oh, yeah.
Pointing. And, yeah. So they would find the body, and the body would be like propped up against something, and then pointing in a certain direction. And
Now, heads up. This is a disturbing
It's
series.
so. Yeah.
Very disturbing.
When,
just so you know.
That,
It's not that it's bloody. It's
just disturbing.
psychologically.
It's Yes. Yes.
Like that whole conversation they have about sex, Kerry.
Yeah. Yeah. It's uncomfortable. Anyway, so there you go.
Anyway, on to life.
Games.
All right. Are you guys ready to play? Is it real or is it not?
It's all lies.
How many
It's
are
a
you
house
doing
of
this time?
lies.
Just one?
I'm not telling you how many. That gives
House
it
of
away.
lies.
Oh, I just hope I can bully Tony into making like all of them fake one time.
How much time do you think I have on my hands? Come on now. All right. Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed.
Real.
It's real.
It's real because I played the original.
Yep. We got F1 Manager 2022.
F1 manager.
Yeah,
Real.
Fake.
Real.
that's real. Formula
Yeah.
1 Manager, yeah.
Wait, so hold on. So it's like just management simulator.
They have a bunch of those games now. Like you can manage a Formula 1 team, you can manage a football team, you can manage a baseball team.
I hate these games.
Yeah, they're basically
I
like
do work all
spreadsheet
day. Why would I
spreadsheet
do
and
this?
research the game, basically.
Boo.
Not for me. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection.
Real.
True.
Real. Skittles Jousting.
Real.
Fake.
That's fake.
Tony was looking around his office and saw Skittles.
There we are.
All right.
Guys are so say the game.
Computer, the game. No.
Lamp simulator.
Tony's microphone. The simulator.
Fart box simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Room full of Funkos.
Escape room full of Funkos.
Tinykin.
Oh, so
Real, I guess. I don't know.
That's real. Yep. Real.
Yeah.
ORX, or perhaps pronounced orcs.
Orcs got to be real.
Real.
I want it to be real.
It's real. I don't even know what that
Okay.
is. Zor, Pilgrimage of the Slorfs.
That's fake, Tony. You had to
No, it's-
focus way too hard to
That's
say that.
that's got to be real.
It's real. Carrie got it. I don't
It's
think I can make
it's-
these names up.
It's the sequel to Zor, Son of Falcon.
That's right. Fromage du auto.
Omelette du fromage?
From
Oh, you're thinking
is it French?
fromage du auto, the
Fromage
cheese
du
car.
auto. Yeah.
Real.
I'm going to go ahead and say
Real,
fake.
because you couldn't pronounce it.
It's Fake. I got you guys. I knew
No,
how to
I
say
said fake.
fromage du
I
auto.
said fake.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Rebecca got it. Let's see. Beyond the Wire official launch.
Real.
That's
Real.
Dusk Diver 2.
Dusk
so
Diver?
Yeah,
Dusk
real.
Diver. Yeah, that's
Real.
real. Scathe.
Real.
Real.
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R.
Real, and I'm going to play it.
That's real. Gerda, A Flame in Winter.
Oh, that's actually pronounced Ferda, A Flame in Winter.
Ferda.
Ferda.
It's a hockey game.
It's real.
Tarps off, buddy.
It's real.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, is that really this week? Yeah. The Last of Us Part 1.
Real.
Didn't
Real.
that come out already?
This is a remake of a remake. It's real.
What do you mean like a remaster or a remake?
So you had the first one on PS3, right? You had the remaster on PS4, and then this one is a full-on remake from the ground up for the PS5.
That's what happens when
the third release of this game.
they're going to Skyrim this thing.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Mythbusters, the game.
Real.
Fake.
That's
Real.
real.
Damn.
Yeah. The Kaiju Corral.
I hope
gotta be
it's
real.
Real.
That's fake. I made that
Oh.
one up. Yeah.
Damn it.
I'd play
Tony
that, though.
actually invented a game I'd want to play.
I know. Take
I would
that.
so play that.
The
Yes.
Kaiju
It's like-
Corral, where
it's
you
just a-
manage a corral of kaiju.
Oh, I thought it was like a place where you went for all you could eat kaiju.
That's another option that's on the
That's
table. Yes.
The squeakquel.
Yeah.
All right, we got Onsen Master,
Real.
real, and the Chenso Club,
Real.
also real.
Yeah.
So I got
Obviously.
two out of 3. Not bad.
All right. Not
Yeah,
bad.
we would like your comments. We posted a video on a game coming up in September called Moonbreaker. It's on our YouTube channel. It's trying to be a video game. It's also trying to be a tabletop miniature game. And Tony and I are both wildly about
Yeah, exactly. we're high atop the fence on this one.
high atop of the fence of So
All right. Fine job. Thank you. Mr. B, if you would please.
Hey, y'all. Eat 750 more hams.
Yeah.
Please.
It's a lot of hams.
well, the ham from 2008.
That's
Still good.
That's a lot of ham stingers, too, by the way.
Yeah.
people.
Just a little old. It's still good. Thanks, Tina.
It's my only good impersonation.
It's perfect. I mean, it's dead on. It makes up for all
Yeah.
your other terrible ones.
Oh,
Oh!
so mean.
Oh.
Just kidding, Lee. Love your
Put
impressions.
that in as like an end credits thing on the podcast.
Now I'm going through all my impersonations and going, yep, he's right.
Here's Rosie Perez.
Nailed it. All right.
My wife said all I could do is Apu from The Simpsons. You know, we're just not supposed to do that anymore. So yeah, it's like, no, that's my Arnold Schwarzenegger, and she's like, no, that sounds like Apu from The Simpsons. No more. It's like, hey, you want to hear my Mark Hamill? No, it's going to sound like Apu from The Simpsons.
Still Apu.
Yeah. So now I just go. So.
All right, everyone. As M Hill 311 Utah says, smash the like button.
Yeah.
Please do.
And yeah, thank you very much.
There's actually, since we've got all of you here,
Yes.
you missionaries of Geek Show, there's a couple ways that we can build our channels. Of course, when the podcast releases, listen to it at your leisure. I don't know how the metrics on podcasting work because, as I was told by an IT guy yesterday, I just don't understand podcasts. But
Broadcasting?
on YouTube, if you see something you like, the thumbs up helps. Also, commenting. We have a Brett loves to comment on our YouTube videos, and
Yeah,
that
thanks,
actually helps the algorithm greatly. Vincent Case came in and talked about our Spooky Time Club. Anytime you have commentary, we actually moderate that stuff and we communicate with everybody who leaves comments. So yeah, just keep on keeping on, and we love you guys for all of your support and for putting up with our goofy asses for 750 episodes.
Yes. Thank
Wow.
you so much.
Thank you.
It's amazing.
All right, we're going to go and talk She-Hulk and what else?
Sandman.
Sandman. We're going to
Yeah.
talk She-Hulk and Sandman. So
Awesome.
we'll have that for you for the Patreon here very, very soon.
Have a great one, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.